Tackle Junkies, what's going on, everyone? Really appreciate you guys and gals for clicking on the video. Today we're talking spooling stations. We do have, I think, 4 to talk about, okay? Only one of them are going to kind of demonstrate how they work. Others I have videos on. But hopefully you guys are doing well out there. I know weather's been horrible. I'm sure you guys are well aware of all the storms and rain and tornadoes, everything going on. Ton of rain here. Have yet to get the crest liner out. Big Mike's on the camera. He's just as bummed as I am.
Yep.
We've only been to the ponds a couple times. Seems like every day off I get, take the boat out, it's either blowing 40 plus or it's pouring down raining. So have not had out the crest liner yet. So I've been spooling some reels up. And again, that's why we're talking about spooling stations today. I guess we can give a little scan, Mike, of what I've already spooled up. We got a couple arc combos. So we got, what do we got here? This is going to be my underspin. We have a cranking combo. We have a spinnerbait combo, a jerkbait combo, a swim jig combo, and a bladed jig combo so far. Another rod I just added to the arsenal. This is the Abu Garcia Pro Series Adrian Avena spinnerbait rod. Just sealed the cork the other day. This is a 610, I think. Yeah, I hate that green on there because I can't see it. 610. Yeah, the way the light hits the green, I can't see it. 610 medium heavy. 610 medium heavy. Adrian Avena spinnerbait rod. Not sure what reel I'm going to put on that one. But anyways, yeah, that's what I got spooled up so far. I'm going to spool up maybe another 6 or 8 probably on Monday. I was going to fish Monday, but we just got like 34 inches of 34 inches of rain. So I'd imagine the lakes are flooded and a disaster. So hopefully maybe Friday we can get out, but I'm going to really just quit saying when we're going to get out because it seems like it never happens, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about spooling stations. Now this one here, okay, this one here, I got a video on, okay? I want to say I built, there's 2 of them here, okay? They bolt onto this frame here. I'm going to link this video down below, okay? But I want to say like 30 something bucks. I got all the parts for 2 of these here. This is a great spooling station. It'll accommodate really any size spool. You can put tension on the spools. I got springs on there. I mean, this is a super cool spooling station, so definitely check out that video down below. But like I said, this one here is kind of fixed to the frame here, okay? But we got others. Let's head to the tackle room. Remember guys, I'm gonna link these videos down below, so if you want to see how that one works, check out the video in the description, okay? If you want to see a tackle room tour, we'll link that video down in the description as well, okay? You in here, Mike?
Yep.
I did rearrange the room a little bit because the way the table was, I could never move because I was right on the pegs. So this gives me more room now, so I'm kind of excited about that, to be honest with you. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Now this spooling station here, okay, I got a video on this one. This video is really old on this one here, but I'll link it down below as well. You can see here I just recessed the bolts there so they sit flush. That way they can't spin, okay? I got a video on this one. This is mainly for spooling spinning reels because I prefer to spool a spinning reel flat, okay? So all this does is basically just clamp the spool to the board, okay? But I used to also use this for bait casters, and I would put it on its side, clamp it to my shelving, and then there's a spool on the bolt there. Obviously the spool will spin, and you can put a little tension on there with a wing nut. So this works either way. Again, I believe this was cheap as well, probably 10, 15 bucks for a board, some bolts, wing nuts, and all that. So another cheap one to make. Again, linked down below. Okay, so that's 2 that you can do yourself, make yourself, okay? Now this one here, I just recently got. What happened to the metal piece? Here it is, okay? I'm sure you guys remember this one from videos in the past, okay? But I broke that one. It was actually this piece right here finally cracked on me, okay, after like 20-something years, so I ordered another one. This one here is from Berkeley. Not sure if I have a model number on here or not. If I think about it, I'll link it down below. This one's cool here though. You mount your reel here, okay? Mount your reel there. And like I said, you put your line here. Use these deals on here that go in the spool. And these are kind of like, see that? Kind of springy. So get some tension by tightening these there on the shaft. There's even a little blade here, I think, in there to cut your line. See it, Mike? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, this is a great little spooling station here. I actually use this one, you know, when I'm going to use this one here sometimes, or even when I use that one out there. If I'm sitting at a table, I'll put my reel on here. I'll pop this off if I don't want to mount my reel on a rod. I'll put my reel on here, sit on the table, and just spool it up, you know. So this is really handy for that. And I actually use it for the last one we're going to talk about. This one here is really why I wanted to make this video. This one is awesome, all right? This one I seen, okay, this was on Pure Fishing website, okay? Penn is the brand, okay? And I'll link this down below. Penn's the brand. It's the Penn HD line winder, okay? And it's heavy duty. This thing is pretty dang awesome. It's a bit on the pricey side. I believe it was 79 bucks, something like that. But after using it, it's like, I feel it's well worth it. I mean, you can use it in your room, you can throw it in your truck, put it in your boat, so you can take it with you. It's super, dude, it's just, I love it. I love it. You spooled one of these already on here, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I've been spooling mine on it. He's already done it. We're going to do one today to show you guys. But you'll see here, okay, you just, I don't know what the best way to show this is, Mike, but you can pull this out of here, like so, okay? And there's a spring in here, but you can just, if you're going to take it in your truck or whatever, or just store it, you can just break it down, whoa,
No.
just like that, okay? Just like that. So if you want to use it, open it up. Again, there's a spring in there. Okay, we getting this, Mike?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're getting this. Okay, let's do this one more time. So there it is, assembled. Okay. All right. So we'll just pull it apart here. Swing the arm in, and like I said, there's a spring in here. It sits like that. Doesn't take up that much space. Again, you can throw that in your boat, your truck, on your shelf, or whatever. When you want to use it, spread it apart and put the rod there in the hole, like so. Okay. Now you'll see here, this side's got a spring washer. There's another carbon fiber washer between this washer here and this cone. This side here, same deal, but there's also this piece here. So depending on how much tension you want, you can tighten this up or you can loosen it. Okay? I'll take this off here, Mike. Show them. So, grab the line here. Okay, so I can just tighten that up, make it, like right now I can't even pull it, or I can loosen that up. Okay, so that's how you adjust your tension with this spooling station. I mean, it's pretty dang slick. Not much to assemble. I do believe you have to put these short arms on here, and then you just basically load the washers on the rod and you're good to go. This side here will stay on here. This side here is what you'll take off. So if you want to swap spools, you just take these off here. So unthread that there, pull off the washers and all that, like so, swap your spool, and then put them back on. So, Mike, let's show them how this bad boy works.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. But dude, it's pretty dang awesome. Like I said, I love the one that I built out in the garage, but it's like after having this one here, it's fun, it's so convenient. It's not fixed to anything. You can take it with you. It doesn't take up much space. I mean, it's pretty dang awesome. I mean, I think I said out there in the intro of that video that was going to be like the best spooling station ever, but that was before I found this one. That was so cool, but this one here is pretty dang awesome. Anyways, Mike, what we're going to do, spool it up to show how it works. What I've been doing in here, thanks to USPS, all right, we got plenty of broken rods. So I just got one here. All right, we're going to mount the reel on the rod, and we got braid backer on there. Okay, we got some braid backer. We got our Seagar in Visex here. All right, attach that to the braid, spool it up. We're on a 15-pound test. I do believe what this is going to be your jig reel.
Yeah.
15-pound Seaguar and Visex. We'll get her done. So Mike, let's go ahead and I guess I should probably do this. You probably don't know how to tie the knot, if I had to guess.
Yeah, you got that.
So let's go ahead and mount her on here. Okay. Gosh, I'm a genius coming up with this idea here.
Mm-hmm. This is smart.
So what we're going to do, all right, set that down like so. Well, a couple guides here on this rod. So run the line there through one guide, two guide. I just put some tape here on the end of this rod just because there's some sharp edges there. I didn't want to like frame a line or nothing like that. So now that we got our line through the couple guides, we just get our Seaguar. You can just use like a surgeon's knot, which really is like a double overhand knot. I always tie a double uni, but the point of having the backer where we have it, you're never really going to get down to that line. Okay, so really the knot doesn't matter, but I still like a secure knot just in case it ever would. Like Mike gets spooled by like, 30-pound carp or something like that, and he wants to get it in, he may need that braid. So I do like to tie a secure knot, but it's not really all that necessary. Okay, but we're not going to do step by step on this knot. I guess Mike, we can let it play, but I have videos on a double uni. It's simple. Just lay the lines next to each other, grab the braid, loop, and 3 times in the loop. Like I said, we got videos on this knot. 1, 2, and my hands aren't working real well today. 3. That's one side of the knot there. Okay. And then you do the same with the fluorocarbon. Okay. Get a loop like so, and 3 times in the hole. Mike, are you sure that we got focused here?
Yeah.
Because them GoPros don't like to focus. If I watch this back and it's blurry.
Oh, let's focus.
Okay. So 3 and 3, center down. Okay. Grab the fluorocarbon, grab the braid. They slide together. They fight against each other, and you are good. Get yourself a little cutters here. Cut the braid off. Cut off the fluorocarbon, and you are good to go. Okay. So Mike, what we're going to do, all right, get a little tension on here. All right, too, I watched a video, which I'll link that video down below as well. But the guy said if you know like how many pounds of like pressure you want on the line, all you really have to do is tie a loop in the line, get yourself a digital scale, and pull on it if you want 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds or whatever. If you're fighting, if you're trying to catch like big fish, because this is the HD line whiner. I do believe this is more meant for like the huge spools for like sharks and tarpon and all that. The guys use those huge spools. So if you need like so much pounds of pressure, force, or whatever, you can do that with like a digital scale. But for the little bass that we catch, we're good here. So we're winging it here, Mike. That's pretty good right about there. Okay. So I'm gonna take camera now. You can step back, get the slack out, and we'll go ahead and spool her up.
All right.
And then I just like to make sure drag's tight, which it is. Like I said, get all the slack out, and you'll be good to go there. Now, when you get the knot, our union knot here, when you get that in the spool, I just kind of bury that with my nail, kind of push down the way it's flat, and spool her up. But as always, make sure. I know, obviously, the reels have a level wind on them, but I just like to make sure that the line goes all the way back and forth, okay? And also make sure, like if you have a bare spool there, you need to make sure, because some spools have a dip in them, right? Don't start bringing that line back and forth by, don't you do it until that dip fills up, okay? Because if you do go back and forth all the way and you don't let that dip fill up first, when you're done, your spool's going to be like that. So if there is a little dip in your spool, let the line or the level wind fill that up first, and then if you need to, you can guide it back and forth through your spools nice and level. All right. Anyways, Mike, this is like a little bonus. You know, I just wanted to show them this, but we're gonna go ahead and show them how you spool, buddy.
Oh yeah.
So, swap.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead and stand back a little bit and get the slack out.
Yeah.
Okay. If you need more tension, let me know.
All right. That feels good.
Too much or too little?
Oh, that's good.
Sure.
Yep. I haven't really, I'm trying to get the knot up there.
Are you getting the knot up in there?
Yeah.
There you go, right in the center.
Where that? There it is.
Yeah, just kind of push down your nail.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're not gonna ever get down to that, but I like to make sure it's kind of buried in that line there.
Yeah.
And then just spool her up.
Yep, that tension feels good.
Tension feels good. Check that out, boys and girls. The Penn HD line winder in action. Yep, back and forth. Nice level spool.
Yep.
I think it's super cool though. I mean, it's well made, well thought out. Love it. Fill her up to the bevel.
Oh yeah. No, we still got
You got a ways to go there.
Yeah, she's still weird.
I'll be sure I link this one down below. I'll link the other Berkeley one that I use down below as well if you guys want to check them out. Or like I said, go ahead and build your own. But after I use this one here, I had to make a video on it because I absolutely love it.
Alright. What are your thoughts on that?
Get it right to the bevel there.
Probably a little more.
Yep, the bevel. I'll make it just the bevel itself is showing. You can probably do one more wrap if you want. Let's see what we got. Dude, that's a beautiful, beautiful spool of line. Nice and flat, level, right to the bevel, right where you want it. Good job, HD line winder. Love it, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and cut the line off here. What we'll do as well, you guys always ask about these. These are the rapid fishing solutions. These are the line clips, okay? When you're done, put the line through the clip there. It's got a little clip like a drop shot weight. Cinch it on there. I know this is the rod he's going to use, obviously, but you just tuck it on there like so, and you're good to go. You can use those at the end of your reel if you're going to store your reels. Obviously, when he puts it on the other rod, we'll run the line through the guides, and he'll put that on the end of his tip guide there, and he can tie on when he gets to the lake and all that. But those are super handy. Code TJ81 is good for 25% off over there at Rapid. But I'm going to link some other spooling videos down below. You guys seen I had a braid backer on there, and you can do it really with whatever line you choose for backer. Now this is not braid to leader, that's backer, okay? I used to use mono as backer, and all it is filler, okay? Reel holds typically, what, 120 yards, 115 yards, 20 yards, something like that. Well, obviously you can't make that long a cast. You only really use probably the top, what, 30, 40 yards, maybe 50 yards. So anything below that's just filler. And I used to just use mono as a filler. And then I seen a video from Aaron Martins years ago about how you get a little further cast with braid just because braid's lighter. So typically when I back reels now, I back them with braid, okay? And here's what I do. Like I said, I got videos on this, but this is like, this is a set of gauge blocks. I used to be into woodworking. These are for a router. I believe this is the one that I use right here, okay? I think, yeah, this one, I think it's a quarter. And what I do is, I'll go ahead and tie my backer, okay, to the spool and start spooling it up. And then I'll lay this gauge block on the backer line, okay? And once the top of this is even with the bevel on the top of the spool, then I know I have enough backer on, because this distance here, or this gauge block, this represents my main line. Okay, I don't remember what it comes to anymore. I want to say it was like, what, 60% of the spool or something like that. I did the math a long time ago. I don't remember anymore. I just know I use this gauge block for every spool now, just because this right here, this gauge block, this distance, this is more than enough line. If I'm using like 12, 15, 17 pound test, I have more than enough line on there with using this gauge block here. Like I said, it's lay it on the backer, and when this is flat on the backer and even with the bevel, I know I have enough backer on there, and this right here will be the amount of main line I put on there. Again, I got a video on it. I'll link it down below because that could have confused some of you guys. But anyways, that's that. I just really wanted to show you guys this awesome spooling station here. Check them out. I'll link both of those down below, and I'll link the other videos down below of the two that I made myself. But guys, it's time to spool up, get out there, catch some fish whenever this rain stops.
Yeah.
Dude, lakes are gonna be muddy for a while, but dude, I'm so ready to get out there and jack a freaking tub.
Oh yeah.
Tub, slob. What's we need to like a settle like on a what do you call like just a big bass? We had so many names.
Yeah.
Tub. I like our saying, we tubs only, you know?
Yeah.
Tub, slob, thick back, fat face. Like,
Yeah.
what is your go-to big bass name? Let me know down below. I kind of like fat face.
Yeah.
I do like tub.
I like tub,
You know.
and then thick back.
Thick back's a good one. Thick back. When you catch a thick back fat face, dude, you got your hands full.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I love you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like I said, just want to show you guys some spooling station options. Get spooled up, get out there, catch some fish. Love you guys. Smash the thumbs up. We will see you guys on the next one.